Welcome back, guys. Night Arky here. Hope you guys had a great Christmas, New Year's. This is the 2025 drift season on ice. We're building tires, and today we're going to show you how we're building them. Things will probably change for next year, but these tires are tested. We tested them like 2 weekends ago. So we're going to show you how we're assembling them. And it might be overkill. And welcome new viewers, because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of new viewers on this. So come on over. What we got here, we bought brand new tires. I'm running 14-inch tires on my 8.6, and I will be also running them on my Celica. But they're just the Blue Track, just cheapy tires. Same tires we'd run on the US Air track, dry pavement. But yeah, just get something kind of skinny. You don't need a super wide wheel on the ice. You just need, I don't know, 100 or so studs. But what we're doing to assemble them is we got these cold cutters. They're 1 1/8 long with like a quarter inch.
They're actually only 1 inch long.
These are only 1 inch long.
Yeah.
But I would prefer a little bit longer.
Yeah,
if you can get a little bit longer ones,
longer.
Unless you got super low profile tires. But this is a pretty good size, 1 1/8-ish. For washers, we got some here. These are just like fender washers, 1/8 inch center, 5/8 outside diameter.
Otherwise, you could use 3/4. It doesn't matter. That's the bigger size.
This is the bigger size. This is the smaller size. If you're putting studs really close to each other, you probably want to do the smaller ones. But what we'll do is...
And then what about nut size?
Oh, right, nut size. Well, we're cross-threading them because they don't really make a good nut size. Anything 10, doesn't have to be 32, be anything 10 though.
Yeah, like I use 10/24.
10/24, I just wouldn't do too fine. This honestly is a little bit too fine of a thread. I would probably do the 24s, the 10/24s. And for 4 tires, you're gonna need, I don't know, you got about 150-ish studs. If you got a 15-inch tire, you got about 150 studs per tire. So do the math on that. I'm not really good at math. But what we do is we put one on the outside, we thread this through here. They're a little tight, they're gonna be tight. But as long as they turn on there,
Yeah, that's what you want. You don't want air.
you want them to be
leak.
tight like that. You don't want to get oversized washers like 5/32 or anything like that. These you want as tight as possible, because as soon as you screw them in, these will suck tight right to the top of the head.
You want to show them one that you have done?
Yeah, it's right behind you. So this is the first one we have done. It's drying right now.
Yeah. So notice how the wash is
Just slightly below the rubber on the tire, slightly below.
Yeah.
This is my math on here, but I have 50 on the outside, 20, 20, 20, and then 40 on this inside one.
Right, and then the more studs that you have, the more grip you're going to have.
Yes. And then on the inside, what we'll do is we'll put another washer. And actually, before you put this first washer down, I actually have a new tube. Let me grab the new tube.
Grab the new tube.
This is Liquid Nails Fuse It.
It's good for rubber
right
metal.
here. I'm sure you can use other things, but make sure it'll bond to rubber and metal. That's key. Otherwise it'll probably leak. And then once you get those on, you'll put your washer. Actually, you'll put this stuff around the outside of where your screw comes through. Put your washer down. Then you'll cross thread this nut on there. And you'll have to tighten it and watch so you're not sucking.
Yeah, you'll have to have a wrench on the outside to hold it.
Yep.
Obviously.
And then
usually a 1/4 inch, and then we'll take.
This is a 10 mil, but I'm sure standard size is probably what the right size is.
And we'll hold it on the outside.
And you'll tighten
like
it up.
so, and then you'll tighten it.
And it'll start to get a little bit tight. They're cross-threading. They're not gonna get super tight. So you don't want to go too far where you just strip the threads, but you can kind of see how that's sucking in. And then right about there is where you want to be, just below the tread, just so the head's sticking up. And that's where you're going to want to stop. So get comfortable, find a good position to sit, because your fingers are gonna hurt, but it's a lot better than buying the, what are they, $1,200? That's before import taxes on the pre-studded tires. I think, who makes them? Pirelli?
Mm-hmm.
Pirelli makes them. And these are a whole lot cheaper. I think I paid $250 for the 4 tires, and then about $160 for the hardware, and then the cold cutters. You could buy 1,000 pack for about $150, and that should be more than enough studs. Say you have a 17-inch tire, that should be more than enough for all 4. And yeah, Zach has put them on his 240. We ran them last weekend. They never lost any air. None of the studs ripped out. They've been good. But this weekend, actually tomorrow, we're gonna get my 8.6 on these. We're gonna mount them up on some Mark 1s and be out there. And that'll probably be in this video. If not, then it'll be the next video. But stay tuned.